Got to figure out a way to disrupt these. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's got his big tight end here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Off play action. Hooker. And that'll fall in as he let that go. And now it's third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. To take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown. But this now a second interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. There he goes, left side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
This happens so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he'll actually lose. Bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Smith. And this is caught for a Broncos touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Bull. Baltimore. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Hooker. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Giants have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. On fourth down, Smith. Flushed out right. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Final minute now of the third quarter. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. 147 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing is Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Dances by him. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Smith throwing again. Steps away to his left.
Oh, big hole left side.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Obviously a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it down.
Ready to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Hands it off out of the gun.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Trying to improvise. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's in. Intercepted.
Picked off by Foyesade Oluokun. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
He's going to try and go deep again, and that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yes, and that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Zone to make it a 5-point game. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the two, or I should say third and goal from the two.
I agree with you totally on that. Surge and fire out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. Man over the middle, It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw again on second down, Smith. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 167 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Smith. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Darius Jennings with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion. And guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On first down, Hooker. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it
And for the 4th time tonight, it's interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From his goal line here, Smith. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Oh, he fakes the spike. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one will be touched. Down right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly did, but what a great start for them. They got to thank the guys on D.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Looking to throw. Hooker. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
We'll call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And boy, another ill-advised
his throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st down, Wright. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Hooker. And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Denver's offense now set to go. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Smith on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Smith. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. Turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Smith now to throw. Dancing to his left.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing on 1st down. Hooker. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Now a dump off here complete.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Come on, dog!
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
On 1st and 10, Hooker completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second. Timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Hooker. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Hooker to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick here. Is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Now it's Smith. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Smith. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slip. To margins, he missed it wide to the left. Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all, and they were already planning for the overtime you just mentioned, already saying, okay, what are we going to do if we get the ball? What happens on defense? Instead of that celebration and that little bit of euphoria, it turned into letdown city.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.
Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, that's into a sea of... and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a... all right, it was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Young from the shotgun. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll be Young again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Morris. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Darvin Kinsey from 8 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying thing up. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Taken at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And Detroit back in possession of the football.
And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Morris. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for the Lion touchdown. A great play there. 2 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. Remember, on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown, and here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Morris. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. To throw is Morris. Throwing on 1st down. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right.